Okay, to make the drive shaft, you're either going to need a G35 drive shaft or a 350Z drive shaft, which is this one. So the 350Zs, they used a carbon fiber structure, which is actually pretty cool because it's pretty lightweight, right? Anyways, all we need to do is cut off this knuckle with the output shaft and thingamajigger right here. And then after that, we're going to peel off the carbon fiber, weld this part to our original drive shaft. Now, since it is carbon fiber, you're definitely going to want to use your respirator because the fibers go everywhere and you don't want to be putting that in your lungs. Perfect. And then so here's the drive shaft from the Mercedes. I'm just gonna cut it off right here. We're probably gonna have to cut it somewhere here, but I'm just doing this so I can get the measurements up. Now all we gotta do is find something to space this out evenly so it doesn't rattle around. And then we'll have to weld it and make sure it's not crooked, or else that'll be a problem. Okay, let me explain myself. No, I don't have an Allen key problem. I do have a drive shaft problem though. So I called up about 30 machine shops today. Half of them only worked on aerospace jets, right? The other half, they don't even want to take on a simple project like this. So this is what I have to do. I didn't want to have to do this. This is gonna give me nightmares. 350Z spindle, right? Mercedes drive shaft. Oh, there's a gap. I called up all these machine shops so they can make me a spacer to take away that gap. It's like a 5mm gap, right? Should be simple. But apparently nobody wants to do that, so this is what I'm left doing. I got a bunch of metric Allen keys. I didn't know this, but the 5 on the metric means 5mm. So guess what? You have a bunch of spacers now. Do not do this at home. Go to a machine shop and get the real thing made. I'm running out of time and I'm pretty sure this will work, so you know, I'm not too worried. That actually worked. And for those saying that you need a balanced drive shaft, I have hose clamps. We'll just position them the right way and then it'll be fine. You gotta believe me, man. If I had the right tools, I would do it the right way. Hey. Hey. Crazy for this cash, got a mind of a maniac. I be with a fatty, I dealt bad, but I came back. You ain't even trapping, you been stuck up on the same bed. Bitch, I'm on top, and I know they hate that. Crazy for this cash, got a mind of a maniac. I be with a fatty, I dealt bad, but I came back. You ain't even trapping, you been stuck up on the same bed. Bitch, I'm on top, and I know they hate that. I'm all in, until I'm pulling. I've been running up my bag on my ass, I've been hauling. Eyes on the cash, bitch, I really just be stalking. I'm watching, I've been in my head, and the devil, I've been thinking, sinking. Check it out, we got the Allen keys inside there, and if you look, alright, that fits in really snug. There's only a little bit of play in it, which is actually not bad. So we're just gonna start tacking it down. I have this jig set up so we could spin it around and measure the throw out on the spindle so we get it straight. Let's see what happens. I'ma have to guess it up. Said I love you, but I didn't. Plus you wouldn't leave me alone when I was flipping, tripping. Said it with the shits, but they isn't. Oh my God, like 100 pounds, chicken. Hard times that I've been through, boy, we is not the same. Nothing is something, ain't no time for game. Can't kick it with a lame, that's a whole ass case. Redemption to revenge, just pull up. Okay, so we got the drive shaft made. I haven't been able to balance it yet, but we're just gonna put it on and see what happens. Here we go. I'm just kidding. You really thought I was gonna put this piece of garbage on? I went to like 3 different drive shaft shops. The one that I made, nobody wanted to balance it, so I ended up here. I'm at Montalvo's, right? Yes, sir. Montalvo's shop, and he got it right. You know, balanced the right length. We made it 1 piece instead of a 2-piece because it was easier and it would fit better. And I'll let Juan explain everything behind his business.
All right, man. Well, you know, what we do here is differential and driveline shops. I came actually from those other two shops that you're talking about, but they don't have the capabilities to machine things like this. So I mean, been in business for 5 years, and that's all we do, just drivelines and differentials, as you can see. You know, we got trucks and drivelines laying all over the floor.
Yeah, if you guys are in Oxnard, I'll put his everything on the screen right here so you guys can check him out. But yeah, he knows what he's doing. He's got all the tools. He'll get you right. Come check him out. All right, so here it is. Here's the real drive shaft. It won't fit in without having to take the differential out, which is fine because I need to re-weld the differential from the last video I did. If you saw that, it's pretty weak in there. So I'm gonna take that diff off right now, and we'll put this drive shaft in, put the diff back on, and then finish the clutch pedal, because that is the last part after this. This was the big part, clutch pedal, next part. Let me test drive it. That side. Wow! Ta-da! Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking there. Look at that thing.
It was at this moment that he knew he fucked up.
How'd you got me to do that? Get the shot, get the shot. Oh, there's my fire extinguisher. Shit. Oh, I'm fucking dumb. Maybe we should use something that's, I don't know, not flammable to finish cleaning this thing out. Jeez. I know I went a little bit overboard on the welding, but if that thing breaks before the axles do, I have failed. Alright, let's get her up in there. Alright, so we have the diff in there. The only problem is, since we have the two-piece that would go up to the middle and then back down, we have a one-piece, so basically going straight across, which means the diff was originally pointed upwards, and now that we have the straight one-piece, it's horizontal. So this bolt right here, I don't know if you can see it, but we now have a gap. It's not touching at the top. You see that gap? So here's the bushing that originally went on it. It's got a metal and a rubber piece that sandwiches it together. And with that on it, we have about this much room we need to take up. So I have these washers that we're gonna stack on top, and I have a longer bolt. So we're just gonna extend this bolt, take up the space with these washers. You wanna use wide washers because you don't want thin ones where it can rock on the bolt or whatever. More support. Got a locking washer, and then the bolts. We're also gonna use the original bushing just to take up any vibrations too. So let's throw that on there. All right, so the exhaust is on. Everything underneath the car is hooked up. Everything on the inside of the engine is hooked up. The last piece of the puzzle is the clutch pedal. test drive.